Hey everyone, welcome to WagerTalk TV. My name is Minty Betts, and I am joined by Drew Martin at Drew Martin Betts on Twitter and Tony Finn at WagerTalk on Twitter. This Saturday we've got a little college hoops going on. The Baylor Bears versus the Florida Gators. Now, Baylor has only lost one game all season long, and that was way back in November. So is this like a no-brainer? Are we just going to take Baylor here and video's done, Tony?
No, we're not.
What are you going to do?
At this time last year, Baylor was getting ready for a non-con road trip. I think it may have been at home, may have been in Florida, but but here they Makai Mason was injured, was shooting horribly. First off, I'm not a huge fan of Scott Drews. Okay. I think, as I said before we went live, and I'll say it live, I don't care. He cheats really good. He gets some. If you can get the athletes that he has and has had to Waco, Texas, you can't possibly be telling the truth. You just cannot be telling the truth. That's just my opinion. Baylor's Scott Drew is very. He's not dynamic in any way. He's very static. Okay. He plays the same defense. I don't think he adjusts well to his. Listen, with athletes like he has. I've always said, why does he not play a man-to-man? And these guys are so long. They're so athletic. They're just born to be play man-to-man defense, you know? If it comes to in-game coaching, we probably differ here because we had this little conversation. I'll be really interested to see what you have to say. I don't think he does a very good job in-game, making in-game adjustments. Okay. If he's facing a team that is a good three-point shooting team, he doesn't come out of his zone. He's done a few things differently the last couple of years because his personnel wasn't this long, lanky, Jim Boeheim kind of prototypical zone player. They are a difficult team to beat in Waco. Okay. They're a difficult team to beat if you can't shoot perimeter shots because they're so long and they're big and they do they're a good shot blocking team. But if you get this team down, you get this team playing from behind, they're not a good team. They're very much like a West Virginia Huggins team where they're just not built to play from behind. And while I would prefer Huggins over Drew, in my opinion, just does not do a very good job of making in-game adjustments. I like Florida. This is in Florida. I like Florida.
Okay. Drew.
Tony doesn't like Waco, Texas here, man.
I can see that. He hates you too, Drew. Just kidding.
No. You know Chip and Joanna Gaines, right?
Yes, of course I do.
I mean, Waco, Texas,
I love Waco,
it seems like a nice place.
A cute,
I don't know
quaint
This video cannot be shown in Waco, Texas.
But anyway, I don't have that big of a problem with Waco, Texas. Gainesville's a fine town as well. Good, spent some fun nights there, but that's besides the point. Talking about Baylor and Florida here, Minty. Right. Number one team in the country, yes, in the Baylor Bears, and they really, very good rebounding team, very athletic, like Tony was saying. Only one loss at home for the University of Florida, so it's a tough place to play, in the O-Dome there, and that was to FSU way back on November 10th. Mm-hmm. That was the second game of the season, so they've run off a bunch of wins in a row here at home. Baylor at the same time won 15 in a row. Mm-hmm. Sidewise, I do like Baylor here just because the way that they rebound and defensively, the number 4 defensive efficiency team in the country. Both teams are going to play a slow pace here. I just think talent-wise, Baylor is the side here. I like them by I think my numbers showed 3.5 or 4. But even totals-wise, because for the show Bet On It, which I was on today, lucky enough to be on, I chose Baylor as my best bet. Mm-hmm. So I do like Baylor here, especially if they're able to come out at Pick'em, maybe even a plus price.
Okay.
But also, I'll add to that, I do like the under here. Just both teams, tempo-wise, Baylor 274, Florida 281. So neither one of them is going to push it. And also for Florida, their center, Blackshear, he's really good, really talented center. Mm-hmm. And whenever in college basketball, especially, your center is kind of a vocal point of the offense, it takes more time to kind of just work through your offense, getting him the ball, pushing it back out. I think all of that with the defensive efficiency for both squads, really, pointing towards the under. If we get it about 130, maybe even a little less, I like it towards the under added on to the Baylor side.
Interesting. Thank you, gentlemen. This week only get 30 days of all access service from your favorite capper at WagerTalk and a sports memo. A 30-day package normally sells for $349, but when you use coupon code VIP249 at checkout, you'll get 30 days for just $249. That's every play in all sports for $249. This includes all 5% plays that sell for $40 by themselves. Hurry, as this is a limited time offer.